Okay, we started here and we started on x.com, Twitch. Well, today I want to do some stuff related to we will do some coding, then we will do some research about CRISPR-Cas9. I think it's very interesting field and I would like to know a little more about it, but I wouldn't say that I'm very good at biology, but with the help of AI, I guess it will be much easier for us to understand how it actually works, how was editing works, and maybe actually there is no ideas in my head related to CRISPR, but I think it will be kind of widening my knowledge. It will help me to understand the world of technology better, and understanding it better, it may, over time, I may have some connection from different fields and see those connections, and those connections will help me to find interesting ideas for products. That's it. And I think it's pretty useful to have such a wide field of interest. So I guess we can start. I can move to showing desktop. Yeah, here it is. I will just want to have a little bit of I want to understand it better, but now we will start with coding. Let's see if okay, I'm not visible. Pomodoro timer is not visible as well. We need to add overlay. Yeah, it was added. Yeah, great. Now we see overlay. Now we see my computer screen. I fixed bitrate. Yesterday bitrate was very bad. Now I'm using cable, so it feels better. I hope we won't have any dropped frames today, and streaming will be smooth and nice. Okay, let's move to our application. So first I want to try it. I want to show it to you, but I will try it. Okay, let's run this application on a simulator on Mac on my MacBook, because I want to show how it looks like right now. I want to see what can be improved, so I need to check it from my computer as well. And about AppyMind, okay, what did it do? Okay, let's check the ability to add to export data. Let's create some kind of so in our application we don't have internet connection, so everything is stored inside user's computer, user's phone. And the problem is that sometimes a person may experience some problems with their phone, they can lost it, and it's very sad that they can't. Okay, I will fix it later. They can't get access to the previous data that was stored on the old phone, and I want you to test the ability to export all of the data. For example, here in settings in our application we have settings in AppyMind, like we open settings and we have button export my data as text, and we have button erase everything. And I want you to kinda create data, create mock-up data that we can import as well. So for example, we had some, for example, 2 weeks of CBT sessions, 2 weeks of meditation, breathing exercises, and I want you to export those mock-up data, and so we exported it, and we want to import it to a new account. So we will have all of this reflection, all of this cognitive behavior session, and when we will export it, it will be perfectly fine. I mean, in calendar we will see all of the data. We can click on particular day. I don't know what is the best type of what is the best file format to export data. You need to find it by yourself. Maybe it is JSON files, maybe it's CSV, I don't know. You need to use the best possible data format to export and to import our history of reflection, history of cognitive behavior, diary, history of practice. Yeah, that's your goal. Okay, I would like to make it a goal, so it will kinda try to reach it without asking stupid questions. Opus, we have Opus model with high effort. Okay, that's good. And you can use several agents. For example, one agent will generate data, another agent will try to test it, will try to analyze this data format, try different data formats to see which one is the most useful in our use case. So, and I want you to test this behavior and then add a feature to import data and test export as well. Like, for example, fill some mock-up data in application itself. Like we need to be able to export data as well, and export this filled data that you did, and then try to see if it possible to import this data without any problems. Okay, now we just want to make it possible to export all of the data related to our cognitive behavior sessions, breathing exercises, and so on and so forth. So we will be able to export everything to our application, from our application, and import everything to it. Maybe in the future we will add some features that will allow to store this data on your personal drive, maybe Google Drive, something like this. And but now I just want to make it completely local, because it's kind of extremely personal thing, cognitive behavior therapy diary. And maybe we will need to add some feature that will log your application, so nobody will be able to see your diary, because it's very personal thing, in my opinion, for some people. Okay, now let's just see. Okay, I'm talking about epi up. I will talk about it later. Explain what I think about calorie tracking in general and why I want to build another one. Okay, I Apple Music was opened. Okay. Mm. I want to okay, I want to explain why I created this application in the first place. Simulator. First, most of calorie checker applications, they had very bad statistics. They don't have nice micronutrient data, and in general, their user experience is pretty odd. Yeah, and I like statistics very much, and I like to see detailed information about every aspect of food, every aspect of it. You can see what amount of calories you eaten in the breakfast, lunch, dinner, and I think actually there will be much more such niche applications with some extra features that don't exist in classical ones like Yazoo or MyFitnessPal. For example, this weekly wrapper, so you can see your week, how much calories you eat during this week. And also I added feature for people with GLP-1, so they will have more details related to protein intake. They will have more information like micronutrients. You can see those micronutrients, they are extremely important for people with GLP-1 who are taking GLP-1 drugs, and it's important for them to check those micronutrients. But in general, I don't think this application is kind of world changing or something like this. I just wanted to build something simple first, and later over time it will be more complicated. And my goal is to create whole health ecosystem where you can access all of your data, you can download it, you can store it wherever you want, you can have basically your body personal assistant for every domain of life. Here, first is calorie checking or nutritiology, and later there will be chat support, chat nutritiologist that will help you to manage your diet, personalize it, because following diets is the worst strategy possible, because with diets you can't actually get what you need from food, because it's not personalized for you. But with personalized diet you can maintain the weight you want, you can get muscles, you can lose weight if you find particular types of food that is good for you and that you like. Because most people, they can't live on broccoli whole life. It's impossible for them. Yeah, so well, basically I want to make a kind of ecosystem of health support. First is this diet. It will be free, EpiMind, because it's important to keep your mind in a good shape for other people, for civilization in general. So it should be available to everyone. Well, okay, did we... So it's still working on my task related to exporting and importing data. And while it's working, let's talk about Epi app in general. Epionel. Okay, I had some problems related to it. So I to put it on App Store, we need to have some options, maybe login options other than Apple, and probably we need to already think about storing data, where we would store and how to make it scalable, what we will use for authentication, what we will use for storing AI model. I mean, how it will be accessed to API keys. So we need to think about it. Okay. Okay, let's run this application from the beginning. Like I want to start from questionnaire. Now we have some data here in our application, but I want to run the questionnaire itself, so it will start from the beginning. Can you please remove everything, so I will be able to start from the beginning of our application. I will add my laptop as a second display, or my iPad as a second display, because it will be easier for me to control the stream. Yes, I don't really like to switch between tabs very often. Okay. Okay, I will move OBS on my second display, if I can call it like this, and my streaming data as well. Okay, let's go back to terminal. So we started from the beginning here, how it goes. So we entered application, it tells you what type of system you're using, metric system you want to gain weight, for example, current weight, relaxed. Yeah, 100 years is maximum level. Let's move. Okay, let's choose something like randomly. So if we will choose yes, it will help us to get better diet for people with GLP-1 medications. Okay, okay, now we have another application. Oh, interesting. It's pretty cool how now it can do basically manual Q&A testing by itself. I don't touch anything, and over time it will be, oh, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, I would say. Over time, AI can do basically anything human team can do, from planning, from marketing strategy, to executing features, doing manual Q&A testing, and that's pretty wild, pretty interesting, and scary at the same time. I guess soon there will be much less demand for human working. So I can see Twitch comment. Hello. Hello, Bonnie Fish. Basically, I'm vibe coding applications. You can see it now. Like this application is application for breathing and cognitive behavior therapy. Another application is okay. Oh, it's interesting. It tested with depression questionnaire. And now I added feature that allows us to export the data, save backup file, and restore it from this file as well. Because I want to make this application completely private, so you can't access its data. It's located on your phone. Okay, I want to add another feature. Let's add another feature. I want to make sure that a person can say whatever he or she wants to their diary, because diary is extremely personal thing. I think you need to be able to kind of log your diary like you can log real diary with key, and I want to add a feature that allows us to log this application with Face ID or with some passcode, and if a user forget the passcode, they can't access the application. Yeah, another problem is that if we export data, it's also stored locally, so anyone can access this data, but it's the user who needs to protect their data, to put it in a safe place, not to store it on their phone forever. But I guess it's not a big deal to store this type of data. But having the ability to log application, having the ability to protect your diary from other eyes, it's pretty useful. And I want you to add such a feature that allows to log application from access using Face ID or passcode, and we can set it up in settings as well, and use best practices for this type of privacy features, and check if those features are possible in terms of Apple development guidelines, App Store guidelines. So it won't be banned. It will be accepted to App Store. It will be possible to add this application to App Store without any problems. So make it using best practices by other apps from App Store. Oh, the problem is that I wrote this go to other application, but it should be here. Boom, that's a problem, yeah. Okay, it was our yesterday's conversation, and let's make an effort, max effort. But I guess X high is enough for this type of task. Yeah. API up. Let's compact it. Let's compact this conversation and save only data that was related to EpiMind or EpiNutri application, because I sent you some prompt that was related to EpiMind, and now I want to talk about releasing this application to App Store. And first problem is that I want to know what is the best strategy to release. What is the best strategy to scale this application? Where we need to store our backend, where we need to store our API keys. What is the best service? What is the best setup for this service? Like what kind of server we need to buy? What kind of what amount of resources we need, and will we be able to scale it when the amount of users will increase. So I need to talk about it with you. Do we need to store it in Firebase or any other services for software developers? Because I guess building your own infrastructure for such a simple app is a waste of time. Like it's even cheaper to outsource everything that's related to database backend and to the service that will be able to scale it over time, and we will be kind of versatile in terms of building, and it will be fast and easy. Oh, I should ask this information after compacting the dialog, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay. I don't have any viewers on YouTube, Twitch, and x.com. But the good thing is that now streaming quality is good. Everything works smoothly. Oh, I had only 0.2% of dropped frames on YouTube. That's pretty good, especially compared to yesterday, where we had like 60% of dropped frames. That was pretty tough. Yeah. Okay, I want to check stream. Probably we need to already think about storing data. Where we would store and how to make it scalable. Now I'm checking. We'll use. Now I'm checking streaming on YouTube, and I feel like we will use for authentication. What we will use for storing AI model. I mean, how it will be accessed to API keys. So we need to think about it. Okay. But the good thing is that now streaming quality is good. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Okay, let's move to Cmax. Okay, And probably we need to add a feature that will allow to have 7-day free trial with everything. And probably we just need to make it only available with premium subscription, because I guess storing users without subscription is not very useful. Okay, now what we're talking about here? It's happy mind. Mind we have too much. Much of tasks going on. Okay, let's ask another question. I have another task for our main application. Well, we don't have it's dangerous. Let's skip permission. It's effort. Hi. I want to add feature that allows users to have 7-day free trial, and after after this free trial expires, they need to pay for application, because storing unpaid users, I guess it's not the best strategy. Like if you're building application, you can't get revenue without subscribers. So I guess it's better to have only one type of subscription, which is paid one. So, and only paid users can use this application. But you may talk with me about it. Maybe you can you have another vision. You have you think that it's better to allow users to have a free subscription, because me personally, I use applications. I don't use that much of applications, but applications that I use, I pay for them. I pay for subscription, or either those applications are one-time purchase, and one-time purchase applications, they die very fast, because it's hard to get new users every time. I'm using expenses tracking application that was one paid, and developer did nothing for more than a year, because I guess people just buy it, and it's not the best monetization strategy. Another application that I use is a fitness tracker application. It also was abandoned by developer for about a year or so, and that's also bad. So I think it's better to have a subscription-based strategy of developing application. Okay, now we have a rest time, and I will say you last words, and we will relax, I would say. Okay. I think it's better to have subscription. I want to build actually a fitness application as well with subscription, maybe with some computer vision or something like this. I have some ideas for fitness, for yoga, but I will do it later. Now I want to focus on applications I have right now, and well, the main problem is to build an Apple developer account, because now I'm having some problems with getting making such account. I basically can't get SMS call. Okay, I shouldn't say it to AI, but that's fine. Please don't consider my words about Apple developer account as something useful. I was just saying it to myself. I forget to stop recording. Okay. Maybe I will put my... let's run some breathing exercises. Simulator. Oh, it's manually adding questions. Okay. I think they need to run different iPhone simulators, because now it's pretty strange. We have kinda two applications trying to get access to iPhone simulator. Okay. everything okay, let's read. Okay, I want to test my application from phone to see if food detection works fine. Oh, I need to enter data about my activity and etc. Okay. Okay, continue. Start free trial. Done. Shit, why don't we have what to detection? Actually, we had photo detection in previous builds. What is the problem? Why don't we have it now? Because AI for food detection was working pretty good. It had no problems. Please, can you add this feature back? Okay. Here, what we are doing here? Ah, it's a walk for. Maybe let's just make it like this, because it makes me a little bit annoyed. What was it? Okay, export UX UI. I want to do meditation to clear my mind a little bit. Well, let's continue building. API up. Well, we don't need locking features inside Epioneum nutritiology application. Please remove lock features from our app. But maybe let's just fix this problem with our key. So we will be able to release our application with AI food recognition feature as well, because without it, it will be very outdated. Like 10 years ago, applications were having such features, and in 2026 you need to have AI features by default. So maybe let's just fix this API key problem, and after we'll fix it, we'll be able to release application with AI features as well. And before releasing, actually I want to basically build everything that is needed, like build database, store data on this database to test if everything works correct, and only after that I would like to release the application. So basically we need to have production ready application. Now we have only local ready application, like it can be used locally, we can play with this application only if we connect our phone, if we connect our phone to laptop, we can set it to from Xcode to my phone, and that's I guess it's a bad strategy, and it needs to be fixed. So basically, AI food recognition is the main feature, and it should be shipped from version 1. Uh, what do you mean by proxy? You mean like feature that will allow us to connect to our API key for food recognition, or what? Oh, I understand what it means. Oh well, let's make it another timer. Okay, what does it want? Let's find the best possible approach in this regard, because I think we need to use safest solution, like maybe find some articles dedicated to this topic, because I know that a lot of AI applications, they leak a lot, and I don't want to be one of them. So we need to think about safety guards beforehand, and maybe you need to try some try to find some examples of best practices to store keys related to AI features, and how other applications that are big now doing this. Well, I guess most of applications, they have their own servers. They have their own Firebase or Superbase servers, because it's generally better probably to have your own server. But on the other hand, I guess some people would prefer to store their own data on their devices, on the iCloud storage. Maybe we our niche product will be dedicated to such people who can own their data. For example, in applications like Yazoo, you can't just export everything in convenient format like CSV or JSON. You can't just export all of your data. It's stored there. It's stored there, and I actually don't know what should we do, but I definitely feel that transparency could be our biggest features, because owning your own data is pretty important to me, and I would like to have applications that will help me to own my own data, help me to at least export it, at least analyzing it by myself. For example, I will use Claude to analyze my own data. I will try to export it to other application if I don't like this one. And I guess it's just respect for the user. You're respecting his or her rights to do what they want with their own data, and maybe we should use it as our I don't know. Let's talk about it, because I think it's an interesting topic. Because I'm building niche application, I'm building niche ecosystem for health of people's health, and compared to huge corporations, we will allow users to get access to their own data without the need to pay us money every year. But they will pay us money every year if we will provide them comfortable experience, nice UX UI, and just if we will respect them, respect their rights to own their own data. And I guess in the age of AI, it's pretty important. Let's maybe start with ask user questions. Okay. I forget how I need to write it. Let's run this tool. I don't know why it isn't highlighting, but that's fine. Okay. Happy mind. Okay. My iPad was disconnected. Yeah, it's better to use one platform, I guess. Okay, let's look to my. Okay. Also, there is a lot of branches inside our repository, and I just need one branch, one main branch, and see some changes from those branches if they are necessary. You need to merge them into our main branch. and review every commit that was made, check it, test it, and merge everything that needs to be merged. Okay, let's move. Funny, we have to. Okay, I want to read some articles. Headphones. Well, I have actually an interesting thing, AI radar, that helps me to find some interesting ideas related to different topics. And here are some things that it's fine for me for today. So another voice to text up, okay. Where is the cause of third-party AP routers and preprint measuring roadside injection into coding agents at 4 levels of subroutine over 400 samples with a record replay framework. Interesting. Let's. Oh, I want to ask it. Ask about it to my agent. Okay, great then. Empty space. Okay, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we have. Create visual explanation of this article using practical examples. Maybe you can use my examples of my application, my projects, using to explain how it works and give me some visualizations, so I will see it in terms of maybe mind maps or something like this. And when you finished, maybe you can create some kind of HTML, a beautiful visualization. Oh, fuck, it's Fable. It's not good to use Fable for such simple prompt. Okay, but let's just read it by ourselves. So it's another. It's pretty cool that my radar finds some new tools that didn't exist basically like 4 days ago. It was created. Interesting. Well, okay. I just want to see this application. Yup. Basically, there are different types of voice-to-text tools. What's the difference?
To type blazingly fast into any input. Simply press your favorite hotkey and it will insert your words into any input field on your Mac. The model runs on your own device and uses no external APIs. Try it yourself. Yap is fully open source and free.
What kind of model does it use? Okay. Yeah, there are many of such applications. There is a Handy, for example, and I actually was using Handy for quite a bit, but I decided to switch to WhisperFlow because it's fast and it has very nice post-processing model. And for Handy to have a good post-processing model, you need to install pretty big models on your device, and they will take some resources. Now my MacBook is already very hot, and if I would use it for post-processing as well, it will have a lot of things going on. Yeah, it's MacBook Pro, but still I prefer WhisperFlow. Maybe I need to try Handy with new models like Gemma 4. Well, it's not really new, but it's pretty interesting model. It's fast, it's intelligent. Yeah, but such application, I don't know what is the use case of this application. Apple Speech, okay, Apple Speech Framework, and what's the reason? Handy is pretty good, but now I'm using WhisperFlow. But I think maybe later, when there will be a smaller post-processing models or better voice detection, voice-to-text models that will need that will require not that big model to do nice post-processing. I guess I can switch back to Handy, but now WhisperFlow is one thing that I'm using. Okay, another article. It's pretty long, but maybe let's skim through it. Okay, what is it? Why my radar thought that it might be interesting to me. Third-party AP routers has become a camel layer. Yeah, like some things like Open Router or something like this. Yeah, they're very popular. But mostly I prefer using subscriptions, because subscriptions they kind of give you much more tokens that you can get through API. API is pretty expensive. I did a project on Hackathon using API, and I burned a lot of money on it. Well, not that much of money, of course, like I mean, compared to the task I was doing, like I burned $30, I guess, and I could get pro subscriptions to Claude or ChatGPT, but I burned money, subscription worth amount of money to some stupid task that I did basically for one day. Yeah, that's so weird. So what's the problem? Yeah. I remember using Perplexity. I used Perplexity for several months as my main model, but I noticed that it has pretty weak. It gives me pretty weak responses, and I felt that it's